Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. So last weekend I have a very interesting questions message to me from our friend, Wing Chun friend in Europe. And the question is asking me to share what is the effective way of develop Wing Chun Kung Fu. Because according to him, he sees that many people today is integrating internal art, Tai Chi, Qigong, meditation, mindful into Wing Chun. And so the question is, how is it so that he can train effectively and get result? Do he have to go into the way of integrating different arts into Wing Chun and there's Qigong and so forth. So today I like to share with you something really important, in fact critical. Okay. So what I'm going to share with you is not only applied to Wing Chun, it's applied to all traditional Chinese martial arts. Okay. And in fact, there are traps, two traps, which is in the past 100 years or so, is known to cause trouble. Okay, it's known to cause trouble, which blind out the training of traditional Chinese martial art. Meaning it really make the traditional Chinese martial art become a extreme partial art. No longer it is the full art as the Chinese ancestor teaching it before. Okay. Now, the two major problem for this past 100 years or so is number one, is all this fudging stuff, this internal power or internal jing, all this stuff. Okay. The second thing is those Xing Qi to Dan Tian, and then like you practice the micro orbit, you can have heat grow in your body, and then you can visualize, scan your body, mindfulness, all kinds of stuff, where it is believed that those things will give you health or strengthening the body and so forth. Okay. However, it turns out that these two things are deadly traps. Okay. It is a distorted view. It is not a view of the traditional Chinese martial arts. Okay, so somehow for past 100 years or so, it go to the extreme that it is not even presenting what the traditional Chinese martial arts in the ancient, like the Japanese learn or the Korean learn from the Chinese anymore. Okay, so the trend is this way. Okay, so let's look into what is the traditional Chinese martial art training and development. Look at the key core of it so that we can understand what is going on in today's language. So here on we can avoid these two traps once for all. There's no way you can get anything out from this if you want to train traditional Chinese martial art effectively. Okay. You might have something else, recreations or something else, but not the full view of ancient traditional Chinese martial arts. Okay. Now, just make it really simple. Traditional Chinese martial art, there are two parts. One, this is for fighting. Even though the Chinese say it is 自卫, self-defense, but it is for fighting. Just make it really clear what it is. The second is on the okay, so this is the maintaining the body or the health and strengthening the health of the body. Okay, so the entire Chinese martial art, if you sum it up, Chinese martial art is you have this 强身自卫. Okay, you can read. It always say 强身自卫 or 养生自卫. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, now, so we look into it. What is the core of this thing? What does it train? Okay. So the traditional Chinese martial art on the fighting side, the soul is momentum. Okay, which is in Chinese is 势. Okay, on here, on the health part, okay, the soul of it is union with natural, okay, or 自然. Okay, so this is the two key of the traditional Chinese martial. If you want to train fighting, one need to be able to handle the momentum play. If one want to get the health benefit, one need to be able to union with the natural, or what I always call natural resonance states. Be able to enter into the natural resonance state of the mind body. Okay. Okay. So this is the bottom line. Okay, if you want to have a effective and to the point training, this is the bottom line. Now, let's look at it. Fighting is actually equal to what? Exchange of momentum. Exchange of momentum. Okay, so momentum is just the mass and the speed, the velocity. Fighting is just an exchange of momentum. Okay, now the so-called fajing or jing stuff, it is a great help, great support to the momentum handling, great support to the momentum handling. Okay, but it does not replace momentum. It cannot replace momentum, and it does not replace momentum. Okay, and as we know from here, okay, momentum is mv, which is in a really simple way move. This is a mass of the body. This is velocity, speed. is meaning how fast, how agile can you move your body to respond to the opponent's body. Okay. So the bottom line of fighting is how fast you can move your body and with respect to your opponent's body and so forth. Okay. Now, all this fudging stuff, the fudging stuff. Okay, clean it up. So you have momentum play here. Okay. So the jing stuff, if you are good at it, it is a great aids, great support. Okay, to moving your body, because your momentum is your mass multiplied by your velocity. Okay, so all this fudging stuff, you do push hand, you do chi sao, whatever, it is a great help for you to be able to handle your momentum. However, that doesn't replace how to handle momentum. Okay, so one can learn all the fudging, all those force and that. But if one doesn't know, like in the Wing Chun Matrix books, doesn't know the exchange in this 4 momentum zone, wow, tough luck. You can do the best chi sao in the world, best push hand, best fudging, for example. But if you meet this in the reality and you never train, you don't know what's going on. If you meet this in the reality and you don't know what is going on, it's just that fast, you get KO. Okay, that's Kyokushin. Okay, and this to share with you a little experience from me. From white belt to brown black, before the black belt. When I was training in Kyokushin at that time, we have about at least 500 to 600 hours of sparring in that way. That's what you see. You can get KO at any sparring because it's an arm, no pullback. Now, if you want to deal with those kind of momentum and have no idea what it is, you can have your push hand, your chi sao, whatever. When it comes to the play of how to move your weight and your momentum and impulse, you can get knockout cold. Well, same thing if you look at Western boxing. Those who train in Western boxing, those who train in MMA, those who train in Thai boxing. So the reality is the momentum, not those fudging stuff. Fudging stuff is nice, okay? I can have more handling. But without that momentum and understand what is going on, before one see it, one get KO. Like in the video just now. Okay? So a deadly trap in today's traditional Chinese martial art is thinking those magic jing, magic chi internal can replace momentum. No, you get knockout KO easy. Because you have no idea how to play the game of momentum. Okay? So saying that, I'm not suggesting everybody need to go train the momentum and go fighting. Okay, sometimes we want to train martial art just for recreation, and that's okay. Push hand, that's okay. And you're going to do chi sao, that's okay. But do not mistake that as the full blown martial art this is using for fighting. As what I just mentioned, when I was young, 30, 40 years ago, you get 500 hours of those KO type of sparring, from white belt to brown black. Well, one can train all this push hand and everything, but if one made those kind of stuff with hundreds of hours, and if you look at the Thai boxer, how many hours they do that, and people can get KO. Okay, and today MMA, look at how is it Western boxing. So that's the reality. So this fudging stuff is great if you have it. But if you want to learn to understand fighting, get the momentum side. If we never heard about it, it is trouble. Okay. So that's why if you see those the Chinese Tai Chi guy who fought the Chinese MMA get KO within minutes. Because your mindset, those type of mindsets, like, oh, I have this Jing, I can do this, he cannot penetrate me, forget about it. Those moving of the body can come back from different angles. Okay, so there's the reality. Okay, so there's one trap we want to avoid. And this is education, okay? It's not I made it up or something. You look at the world, go look at the YouTube. Is it the facts is like that, okay? So avoid those, okay? And also, it is not like, hey, Wing Chun, I have to integrate with this art, integrate with that art, integrate with this art or something like that. The label of the art of the style doesn't matter. The matter is, do one cover or train in the momentum of this four zone. And then if you say, well, I know how to fudging, I can handle my sandal and force flow, fine, that's good. Okay, there is a great adding. Okay, but not thinking that I just learning this chi stuff, now this jing stuff and so forth. That you know how to fight. It is not. Okay, so that's the reality. Number one track we need to watch out. Number two reality is this health part. The bottom line of the health part is to union with nature. Okay? So why do you want to union with nature? Because when you are tired, if you know how to union with nature, that is, from tired you get into rest. Let your body rest and balance itself and charge itself. If you are sick, union with the nature is where it supports healing. Because with union with the nature, the body be able to do the most effective way to help the body to heal. If you want to develop your body for a certain internal handling of your body, okay, so this is your skill or your kung fu, you need the union with the nature to support. Because all this is based in the union of the nature. Because if you're not union with the nature, you're going to dissipate your body energy, and it can cause a lot of issue. Okay, for example, try you can meditate like usual people, mindfulness or whatever for a whole night. Will that replace a good sleep? Just try that. And good sleep is a part of or a nature of human to union with the nature. Okay, so in this treating, tired, sick, or skill development, you know that sleep will help this. If you have adequate sleep, you can recover your body, rest and recover body, and you can your body heal. Like when you have a cold and so forth, you sleep, you rest, you heal your body, and if you want to develop the more skill and so forth in the handling, like the meditation, calm your body more, get into the deep calmness or quiet, so forth to handle the body energy, then you need first know how to enter into the union with the nature. That is the bottom line. Okay, now that is very different than what today people thought. Oh, visualize this way. Oh, I will breathe this way. And then you can handle your parasympathetic nervous system. And then you can, for example, counting your breathing. Okay. It's just only 2 days ago, there's one friend who messaged me asking me, say, you know what? I went to a seminar in Qigong, and then they told me if I cannot sleep well, I have a lot of monkey mind, I have to raise my leg 90 degrees and so forth, and stretch, and then tighten my anus. I said, forget about it. That guy doesn't know anything about it. If you want to go to sleep, you want to enter into union with the nature. It's not manipulate, because according to this friend, say, well, that teacher saying that if you do that, you can activate your parasympathetic. Well, what good is to do all this kind of stuff if you don't even know that how to union with the nature and get your body energy charge up or get into recovery? Well, you can do all those, raise your legs 10 billion times, but if you don't have enough energy, you are sick and so forth, it's going to cause you even problem. You're not resting. Okay. So the second track is avoid those manipulative stuff. Okay, which preaching like it is the ultimate, like, oh, you know, I have this chi hit in my lower abs, and then it's going to travel around my body and those kind of things. Forget about that. Okay, those are manipulating stuff. Might do something for somebody, but it is not get back to the natural states. Okay, so to sum it up, 2 traps you want to avoid. Number 1 is those Jing trap. Oh, I have this special super Jing. But then when the MMA guy say, you know, let's fight, he said, well, you know what? You have a rule which is different than mine. I can poke eyes. Okay. You look at that, how people making joke about traditional Chinese martial art, even in China or Taiwan. When the MMA guy say, yeah, you guys want the poke eye kicking on the groin, right? And you can see that now that in YouTube. Okay, the MMA play in China and Taiwan say, if I took away my glove and I do poke eyes and kick groin too, will you be able to handle it? So let's get away from those things. Okay, momentum is a momentum. I mean, if we don't know, we learn. Okay, that's how simple it is. Straightforward and simple. Okay, fighting part is momentum. If you want to do recreation, do some push hand, do some tai chi, there's no do some chi sao, that's not bad at all. That's very good. Okay, good exercise. but then don't mistake that as a fighting art. And as for the Qi Gong, now talking about this Qi and all this stuff, mindfulness, unless one can get into the nature union with the nature, okay, this let's avoid those traps, okay. So for the educations, I already wrote the 2 books to present this for not only for Wing Chuners, for all traditional Chinese martial art people or Qigong meditation people. That's why it's called education. This one is for the 6 core elements, so you know exactly what happened with this 6 core element, body, from body, mind, breathing, your energy, your force, your momentum. What is it? Okay, it's clearly present there. And then for here is this a manipulations or the intention regulating versus the natural resonance is clearly presented here, okay. And all this book is written with what, why, how, because it's a mean for education. It's not Sifu says this, Sifu says that, or who this say that, that say that, or this legend say that. No, this is this plain thing is scientific, so people can get result, and at least one know what to avoid. You know, you don't want to see people who's already sick, or who is weak, or is burnt out, and then you give them this, oh, you're counting your breath, or all those mindful and everything. You know, that guy need recovery, he need rest, and he need rest meaning he need to train to union with the body. Okay? Now, if the weak guy want to train how to fight, like in the ancient China, they say, well, you have to stand in the stance for 100 days. Why? It is to build this up, build the energy up, and then decide whether this student is strong enough to study the fighting art or the momentum play or not. Okay, so that's how the traditional Chinese martial art is. You stand there 100 days, you build out your energy and so forth, strengthen your body, maintain your health, strengthen your body, and then the Sifu say, okay, he is good in this part. Now, can he you know, is he up to the point that he can train on the momentum? Because momentum, face it, there's a lot of tear and wear and damaging. You get a punch, does it get damaged? It get damaged. Well, how do I know? When I in those time 1970s, when I in Kyokushin, always in the sparring, after the sparring I always went back to my Sifu Cho Hong Choi, because he is the Kita doctor. Check me, oh, this doesn't feel good, this doesn't, the breathing is not good. Well, they take Chinese herbs, massage, acupuncture. What is damaging? Okay. So this is the reality, okay. We are not talking about who is the grandmaster or so forth, or which style is better. This is the basic. That's why I want to make this, put this in the college. Because we are in the digital era already. Don't we want to know what is going on instead of just going anywhere we want? So this is to share with you today, okay? And because this is help to do with health, this book. That's why I do an ebook version for $0 for the in the Amazon ebook. If you're a Prime member, $0. So that people can understand, everybody can use it, okay? Many people, anxiety, burnout, all kinds of stuff today. Working 2 jobs. So the $0 is so that I hope that everybody can have some understanding, can take care of the body. Otherwise it's a disaster, okay? So this is to share with you today.